So this is how Lorcana works. You shuffle your deck at the beginning. You and your opponent shuffle. All right. Give it a nice little shuffle nation here. All right, and then you can offer your opponent to cut your deck. It's respectful to do that. So you're gonna cut it. All right. And now you usually roll to see who goes first. So this first roll is gonna be for the red deck. It got 4, 5, 6, 7, and bottom deck got a lot higher than 7. So you get to choose to go first or second. Usually it's good to go first. Going first in Lorcana is very strong. So we're gonna go first. You draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You look at the hand. So the way that Lorcana works is you draw 7 and you get one. You get the mulligan one time. So if you see cards in your hand that you don't want, you can actually put them back in your deck and then draw that amount of cards back. But you will only do it once. So you can't keep doing it until you get the best cards. And the way I like to mulligan my hand is if I have a lot of uninkables, which is like these symbols right here where they don't have the golden circle around it. If I have a lot of uninkables, I put them back because inkables is what you use to summon characters. Which I'll explain more when we get further into this. So I put back a lot of uninkable cards, and I like to put back characters that cost like pretty high. So this 6 cost character I'm not going to get for a while, so I put that back. I don't need 2 Mufasas, so I'll put that back. Actually, I'll probably put back that as well. I want to keep it low to the ground with this deck. I think I'll put back the Ursula as well. So I'll keep this just because Cusco can draw me a card if he dies, and Rabbit draws me a card if he enters play and leaves play, and Piglet's just good to put pressure on. So I'm going to put back 4 cards. So what I do is I put that, I draw the 4 new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put the old 4 cards back in the deck and shuffle. You let them split again. And let's see what the next 4 cards we got. Okay, so we got another Rabbit, which is not awful. It is uninkable, but it's fine. We got a friend, so it lets me draw 2 cards. And then we got 2 1-drops. So it's good. I always like to have a character summoned on turn 1, turn 2, and keep going, like a nice little curve. So at first I didn't have any characters that are 1 cost, so I couldn't play them on turn 1. But now I drew characters that are 1, so I can play them on turn 1. So that is my hand. It's not awful. I actually like that hand. Now let's do the same thing for the red deck. We draw our 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See what we got. We got okay. So this deck really wants to go turn 1, play a character, turn 2, Flynn, turn 3, Sisu, turn 4, Castle. So I pretty much got almost like the godlike hand here. Goat, he gets you a lore every time you play him and when he leaves the field, but I kind of want to save him for the end. So I'll put him back. I think I'll put back the teeth. I think I'll keep the rest. So I'll put back 2 cards. So I draw the 2 new cards. I got another Rabbit, and I got another Flynn. So let's shuffle these. This deck won the dice roll, so it gets to go first. So when you go first, you don't get to draw a card. First player doesn't get to draw a card. You gotta wait 1 turn. So looking at my hand, I need to ink something so I can have energy to play a card. So I think I'm going to ink the Chernobog's Follower. You can only ink cards that have the golden circle. So I'm going to ink the Chernobogs. So I say I'm going to ink Chernobog. I put him face down. And then I get to, once it's face down like this, you can use that energy. You can use that ink to summon a card. But you only have 1 ink, so you can only summon cards that have 1 stats, or like 1 number up here. So I'm going to use 1 ink to play my Pascal because it costs 1. Now, when I play a card, it's called, the card is still drying. The ink is still wet. So you can't attack with them. You can't quest and get that 1 point. You have to wait 1 turn. Now, certain characters, they have abilities called like Rush, where you can play them and attack the turn they're played. But Pascal, he doesn't have that. His only ability is, if I have another character, he becomes like evasive, so he can't be attacked unless they have an evasive character. It sounds confusing. It'll get easier when I explain it. So Pascal, I inked one card. I used my ink. I played one card, and that's all I can do. So I pass to my opponent's turn. Now it's their turn. They draw a card. And they got Maui. See, Maui has the rush special tag here, so he can attack the turn he's played. But he costs 5. So seeing as my opponent doesn't have any ink right now, I don't have to worry about Maui coming out on the field. So I think for this, we're going to ink a Chernobogs. We're going to use one ink to play a Chernobogs, because that's all we can do. We don't have anything else that we can spend. And that is all for that turn. Now it's back to the white deck's turn. So we ready everything back up. So we used one ink. We get to reset it. So now we can use it again. Our character is now dried. It took one turn to dry the ink. So now, usually if I have more room on my mat, I'm not playing myself, I usually put my character that are still wet near here. And then when it's my turn to dry, I move them up so I know that they're able to be used. So I draw my card for turn. I got blue. He's uninkable. And he costs 3, so I can't play him yet. So I think what I'm going to do here is actually ink Cusco. And when I'm playing at tournaments, I leave the card I ink up just so I can remember if I inked that turn. Because once you ink a card, you can't look at the card you inked. It's against the rules, actually. Because once it's in the inkwell, it's like gone forever. If you look, you can get disqualified. I've seen people that looked in tournaments and they got disqualified. So but you can do this. You can ink like this and leave it up. But once you turn it, it's invisible. You can't look at it anymore. So I'm gonna ink Cusco. I'm gonna use 2 ink. Play Piglet. So he's still drying now. And his ability, if I have 2 or more characters, he quests for 3 points. But I only have 2 characters right now. But Pascal's ability activates. If I have another character in play, he becomes he becomes harder to kill. He becomes evasive. And his character doesn't have evasive, so he can't kill my character. So now that I know that I'm kind of safe, I'm going to use Pascal to quest for 1. So I turn him sideways, I can quest. So that puts the bottom deck to 1 point. Again, you get to 20 points and you win. Very straightforward game. Very easy to play, hard to master. 1 step closer to victory. So that's all I can do. I pass my turn. Now I flip that card face down so I know it's done. My opponent's turn. They draw. This is a 6 cost uninkable. You're not going to be seeing this card for a while, so put that in the back. I'm going to have him quest for 1 with the Chernobogs. So we get the 1 point. Bada bing. And I'm going to use his ability. When I quest with him, I can banish him to draw a card. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to banish him. Draw a card. All right, I got another Sisu. I don't think I need that many Sisus, but we're going to ink a Sisu. So we have 2 ink now, and we're going to use 2 to play a Flynn Rider. So his ability, if I have a character that's the highest attack on his field, then he gets 3 points at the beginning of his turn. So right now, it's tied. He has a 2 attack character. I have a 2 attack character. So he wouldn't get the lore. He wouldn't get the points. So that's all he can do. So he ends there. My turn again. Reset. Piglet is now dry. Reset my ink. I draw a card. I drew another Piglet. I don't think I need that. I mean, Piglet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ink the Piglet. So that's 3 ink. I'm going to use 3 and play my blue. He has bodyguard, so he can come in exerted like that. And my opponent, if they want to take out these characters, they got to go through my bodyguard first. And again, his ability, if he dies, I get 2 points of lore. So I'm getting lore regardless. So I'm going to play 3 ink, play him in bodyguard mode. And now, because I have 2 or more characters, Piglet quests for 3 points. So I'm going to go for 3. And then I'm going to use Pascal and quest for 1 more. So I'm going to go 4 points. So that puts me to 5. Again, this bottom deck is all about speed. I want to get to 20 as fast as possible before my opponents can get a bunch of ink to use to destroy my characters. So bodyguard protects my guys. And that's all I can do. So pass to him. Again, he doesn't have the highest attacking character because his Flynn Rider is the same as my Piglet, so he doesn't get 3 extra lore points. Alright. We draw a card. Another Flynn Rider. This is actually kind of a crap hand now that it's like evolving here. I'm going to ink a Flynn because we don't need that. But we'll use a 3 ink to play Sisu. Now Sisu gets 1 attack buff for every card in my opponent's hand. So right now I have 3 cards. Its attack, regularly it's 1 attack, 4 defense, but now it's a 4 attack, 4 defense. So if it stays like that, once it gets back to its turn, Flynn Rider will get the 3 lore points because it has the highest attacking power character. And usually you don't want Flynn to attack because if Flynn dies, you don't get the ability. So he's gonna stay there. He's not gonna quest. He's not gonna attack. So he's gonna pass. My turn. Reset everything. I'm gonna get a lot of lore this turn. Draw. Perdita. She's a 6 cost uninkable. That's gonna be a while until I play her. I'm gonna have Blue because he's a 3 cost. I can have him sing a 3 cost song. So I'm gonna have him sing Friends. So I get to draw 2 cards. Pot of Greed. And now I will ink Pascal because it has the golden circle. I have 4 ink. I'll use the 4 ink to play the rabbit. When I play him, I get to draw a card. I draw another rabbit. Cool. Why not? Why not? And then I will, once again, because I have 2 or more characters, I will quest for 3 points for Piglet, and then another one for Pascal. So that's another 4 points, putting me at 9. Like, we're halfway pretty much to 20 points to win this thing. Like, we're doing great. And that's all we can do. So we'll pass the turn to the red deck. We do not want our opponent to get like 6 ink, 6 power to use, because once they get 6 or more, I'm kind of in danger. So we want to try to go fast and furious to 20 as fast as possible. So we pass. It's their turn. So because now it's their turn, we look at the field. I have 4 cards in my hand, which gives their Sisu card a +4 attack. So now the Sisu is a 5 attack, meaning it's the highest attacking character on the field. They will get 3 lore points automatically. So their 1 point now becomes a 4 point. And now they draw their card, and they get another castle. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to ink the Flynn. So that's 4 ink. And we're going to use 4 to play the castle. So the castle is a location card. It has 7 defense. So if I want to take it out, I have to use all my characters and combine to get 7. And at the start of their turn, they get 2 lore points automatically. So if this doesn't die, he gets 2 lore points at the start of the turn. And again, its other ability is this number right here is the cost of ink you gotta spend to move a character to this location. And this effect is if you have at the start of your turn, for each character you have here at this location, you draw an additional card. So if you have 5 characters on this location, you're drawing another 5 cards. Nuts. We don't want to make Sisu quest for 2 points or have Sisu attack a character, because then I have the chance of having my character attack their character to take it out. I want to have the highest attacking character so Flynn's ability can keep on getting me lore. So I think we're just going to pass here and let it go to our opponent. I ready everything back up. Ready all the lore or ink. My rabbit is now dry, so they can do whatever. I draw my card. I got another Cusco. So I think what I want to do, I don't want this castle to stay on the field, because this, like, he's already gaining 3 lore from Flynn if I don't have the highest attacking, and 2. So he's getting 5 lore every turn if I don't get rid of this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have my rabbit. So I didn't really explain this much, but this first symbol right here, this first number is their attack. The second number is their defense. So I'm going to have my... Okay, I'm going to have my rabbit with 2 attack deal 2 damage to the castle. So characters, when they're dry, you have 3 actions you can do. You can, 1, have them sing songs by turning sideways. But once they do that, once they're in this position, you can't do anything else unless they ready back up. So you can have them sing, you can have them quest for the 1 point or how many diamonds you have on your card, or you can have them attack. So that's the 3 actions you can do. So I'm going to have my rabbit with 2 attack, do 2 damage to the castle. So this is where the dice is coming. So I put 2 damage right there. So it has 7 health. I got to do another, 5 damage to get rid of this. Now this is where the combos kind of come in. I'm going to have my Pascal do an additional 1 damage to the castle, making it at 3 damage. So I need to do another, what, 4? I'm going to use 3 of my ink to play my fox. Now the fox, when I play this character, I have to return a character on the field of mine to my hand, or this character dies. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to bounce my rabbit back to my hand, but the ability of the rabbit is when he leaves play and when he enters play, I draw a card. So I bounce the rabbit back to my hand, which lets me draw a card. And the second ability for the fox is it has rush, so it can attack the turn it's played. So fox can instantly attack the castle for 4 damage, wiping out the castle, and now I don't have to worry about it. Fantastic play by me. Pat him back. I haven't inked for this turn yet, so I'm going to ink Cusco. And because I have 2 or more characters on the field, Piglet can quest for 3. So I'm going to go for 3 points for Piglet, and then another point for Blue. So that's another 4 points, putting me at 13. So close to victory right there. 14 points. Easy peas, lemon squeeze. And again, bodyguard. So if they want to take out my other characters, they got to go through the Blue. And then I'll pass my turn. Is there a limit to color combinations in a deck, or can you have as many as you want? So the way it works is you have to have 60 cards minimum, and you have to have max of 2 colors. Minimum, 1 color. So you can do purple, yellow, purple, red, red, blue, whatever. You only can pick 2 colors though. So that's the only thing. And you can only have 4 copies of 1 card in your deck. So you can only have 4 copies of blue. You can't have like 50 copies of this. All right, so I passed my turn. My highest character is 4 attack, but Sisu gets +1 for every card in my hand. I have 5 cards, so Sisu is now a 6. So still the highest attacking character. So they get the 3 extra lore points for the Flynn ability, putting them at 7. And now we reset their ink, and we draw a card. Okay. At this point in the game, if I am this deck right here, I need to start clearing the field because they are questing for a lot of points. So this is where we have to do some shenanigans here. So let's ink the Queen's Castle so we can have 5 ink. We need to take out this Blue because Blue is protecting everything else, but it has 3 defense, but it's 0 attack, so Blue doesn't do any damage back to the opponent's character. So I think what we're gonna do here is have Sisu having an attack of 6 because of all the cards in my opponent's hand. Sisu will attack Blue for 6 damage. Blue instantly dies because he can't fight back, and he has only 3 defense. Once Blue dies, though, I get the 2 lore points. So even when I'm losing, I'm winning. So that puts me at 16. 4 more points until I win. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, because my bodyguard's gone, they can attack my other characters. So Flynn will have to take out Piglet because they both have 2 attack and 2 defense, so they will trade. So they both die. And I have 5 ink that I haven't used yet, so I'm going to use the 5 ink to play Big Boy Maui. 6 attack, 5 defense, and has rush and reckless. Reckless means that he has to attack if there's an attackable character or location on the field. So Maui goes in play, he rushes, so he's going to take out the Fox instantly. Maui takes, because Fox has 4 attack, you put 4 damage counters on Maui. Maui has 5 shields, so he has 1 health left. So he's dead if someone breathes on him. So he attacks, he's exerted. So now that's all he can do. They pass. Now 1 turn, look at that. Once they get to a certain amount of ink, they start rocking and rolling. My characters start folding. So it's scary now because now I lost like all my characters. It's my turn. I reset everything. Reset my Pascal. My Pascal doesn't have evasive anymore because he's the only character on the field, but I'm probably going to play a character. I draw a card. I got Yzma again. I got a lot of uninkables. I got 3 rabbits in my hand, which is kind of crazy. So I'm at 16 lore. I need 4 more points to win. So what I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to ink Yzma. What do I have in here? Okay. And I'm going to use 5 ink to play my Mufasa. So, like I said earlier, when my Mufasa dies, I get to reveal the top card of my deck and play it if it's a character for free. Exerted. If it's not a character, he goes back on top of my deck. So I play Mufasa. He can't attack or quest because I just played him. Pascal now has evasive again, so he's kind of sneaky to kill. I will quest for another one, try to get oh so closer to the 20 lore. So now I'm at 17. And that's all I can do, so I will pass my turn. Their turn. Reset everything. They don't have the Flynn Rider on the field, so they don't get the extra 3 lore. They draw their card, so they got Snake. Snake is like the fox, but it doesn't have rush. It just bounces a card back to the hand. Actually, this is actually kind of brutal for me here. I think what we're gonna do here is have Maui. So Maui has to attack a character if able, but because Pascal is evasive, he can't attack her. Attack Pascal. So Maui is going to actually sing. Wait, no, that could backfire. That could backfire. I need to try to take out Mufasa first. How does this work? Okay, wait, how much ink do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna ink Snake. That puts me at the 6. I'm gonna use the 6 ink to play Madame Medusa. Her ability is when you play this character, I get to banish my opponent's character that has 3 attack or less. So I can literally kill either or. I think we're going to kill Mufasa to get the ability over with. So we're gonna kill Mufasa with the Madame Medusa effect. His ability activates. Let's review the top card of my deck. If it's a character I play for free, exerted. Perdita, it's a character I get to play for free, and her effect activates. When I play her, I get to bring back a character from my discard that's 2 ink or less. So I get to bring back my Piglet into play, which is fantastic. So now my board is kind of widened up here. Sisu has an attack power of right now 4 cards plus 1. That's 5. That won't take out that. Ooh, now we're in a situation. Now we're in a situation. Okay, Maui will take out Perdita because she has 6 defense and Maui attacks for 6. But Maui only has 1 life left, so they both trade because Perdita has 1 more attack. So that will take care of that. Actually, I think that might have been the wrong play. Wait, no, actually, this is actually a really bad spot here. I think this deck loses right now because it's evasive, so they can't attack it, and Piglet's not exerted, so he can't be attacked right now. So all the Sisu can really do, like I have these 2 cards left in my hand. This card draws me a card, but I used up all my ink, and this card I can sing, but I need a character with 4 ink or less, and Sisu's only a 3. And I just played Medusa, so I can't make her do anything. So I think the red deck just lost because all I can do is quest for 2 points, putting up to 9. And now they pass their turn. It's my turn. I ready up my characters. I draw my card. I will play the rabbit for 4. I get to draw a card for the rabbit. And because I have 2 more characters on the field, Piglet quests for 3 points. So I quest for 3, and that puts me at 20. And there we have it. That is a game of Lorcana. Pretty straightforward. Not too difficult. This deck is actually really easy, but really good because of how fast. You saw that. We just went from 0 to 20 in like no time. And I still had extra ink that I could do. I could still quest for Pascal. I could literally go to 21 points. But it's really fun. I've been enjoying it. I got my fiance into it. I got my best friend into it. I got like all my friends into it. Easy to learn. Hard to master. Is it best 3 out of 5? It is best 2 out of 3. But in the big events that I'm going to, they do best of 2. So in the way that the big tournaments work is, if you win a game, if you win a round, right? So this deck just won a round, so it gets 3 points. If it wins 2 games in a row, you get 7 points. So you get the 2. You get 3 points for the first round, 3 points for second round, but then you get a bonus point, so you get 7 points total. It's only best of 2, so if this deck wins the first round and this deck wins the second round, you each get 3 points, and it's a tie, which I don't like. But in my local leagues, it's best 2 out of 3. But in the big events, they do best of 2 only. So for explanation purposes and showcasing purposes, we'll do another round because this deck won first. And it went first. Now the red deck gets to go first. Let's see if the red deck can do better on playing first and not playing second. So we'll shuffle it up really quick. So the reason why I wanted this Prince Naveen is this card's like really good. So yes, it's uninkable. So you don't want to have too many uninkables in your deck, because if you have a lot of uninkables, you can't ink to get points or energy to summon a character. But this character, he's a 4 cost, right? So like I said earlier, you can song cards, you can use ink to play the song card, or you can have characters that have the same amount of ink cost to sing the card. So I can turn them sideways, sing the card for free. But a lot of the yellow cards have this special ability right here. Anyways, it says Singer 6. So it means that this card is now counted as a 6 cost singer. So this character that's 4 can sing cards that are 6 for free, which is ridiculous. There are some strong cards that you can sing absolutely free with these characters. Like there's a character that's a 1 cost, but they have Singer 3, so they can sing 3 cost cards with a 1 cost character. It's nuts. It's a cheat, like a loophole. And his other ability is when you play this card, when you play this character, you may play a song card with 6 costs or less for free. So before you can have him sing this card, but if you just play him, you can automatically play a song that's 6 or less for free. This card is nuts. No wonder why it's like 40 bucks. So the decks have been shuffled. We split the deck. You can split as many times as you want. So you can split like that. You can, you can do whatever. So the red deck gets to go first now. So we draw our 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is this Yu-Gi-Oh? No, this is Lorcana. This is the Disney card game. It's a lot of fun. A lot easier to learn than Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's our hand. Again, we want to have a nice curve. A curve is when you want to play a character on turn 1, a character on turn 2, like literally keep playing characters every turn so you don't waste a turn. So right now, looking at my hand, I have a 2 cost character. I have a 3 cost. I have some songs I can sing for 3 costs. And then I have the 6 cost and the 5 cost. I will put these cards back because they're too high right now of cost and we don't really need them. I think I'll put back the Fox as well because we already have a 3 cost. I don't really think I need the Fox. I might, maybe. But see, the thing is, once you play your first match with your opponent, you know what deck they have, you know their strategies, so you kind of want to adapt. Now with the red deck, they played against this deck, and I had my blue bodyguard, which protected my characters for like 4 turns. I think I actually want the Fox because the Fox can attack the turn it's played, so it will come in handy. So I think we're gonna keep the Fox. I'll put back 1 friends on the side because we don't need 2 right now, and I think we're gonna keep this hand. So we're gonna put back 3 and draw 3 new cards. Okay, so we got another Maleficent. I would like a 1-drop character, please. 2, 3. Okay, so we didn't get a 1-drop, which is kind of unfortunate. So we'll put these back in our deck and shuffle. So can you switch color decks for your second match if you lose for the first match? No, unfortunately, that would be nuts. Once you enter a tournament, they make you submit a deck list where it says like all the names of the cards and how many copies you run. Once you submit that deck list, you are locked into that deck. So if you enter a tournament, a big tournament like with like red, purple, after your first match, you're like, you know what? I feel like the meta at this tournament, a lot of people are playing other colors that I can beat with this yellow silver deck. I want to switch. You can't switch. Yeah, so once you're locked in, you're locked in. Let's mulligan our hand. Let's check it out. Holy, this hand is awful. This hand is actually trash. Look at the amount of high cost characters we have here. 7 costs. 6, 7, 5, 5, 10. What did I say about Chernobog? I always get this character in my opening hand. Luckily, mulligan saves my life. So we're going to keep the Fox. And we're just going to put back 6. Yep. We're going to put back 6 cards and draw 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. That's an awful starting hand. Okay, we got Mufasa again. That's a 5 cost. We got Friends. We got another Mufasa. Okay, we got a 1-drop, which is good. Okay, a 2-drop and a 3. Okay, so this actually, it got a lot better. We actually got a curve. 1, 2, 3, and then we can work around that. That's fine. Red deck goes first. So let's see. We don't get to draw on our starting turn. This is actually a really bad hand because we don't have a turn 1 play. And we can't play the snake because when we play the snake, we need to bounce a character back from the field back to my hand, or this character dies. So I think as much as the goat is amazing, you gain a lore when he comes into play, and when he dies or when he leaves the field, you gain another lore. But because it's so early in the game, I kind of don't want him, so I'm gonna ink him just because I think the other cards are more useful. So I'm gonna ink goat, and I can't do anything else, so I'm gonna have to pass. So that's all they can do. My turn, I draw. But you don't want to get paid to lose. You want to win. Exactly. Wow, I drew a 7 cost. Dude, did I shuffle good enough or what? I drew the 7 cost Ursula. We're not nowhere near 7, so I'm going to ink Ursula because I'm not seeing her for a while. I'm going to use 1 and play my Chernobog's followers because that's all I can do. And I'll pass. Red deck's turn. We draw. Oh my god, what are all these high cost characters? Well, I can't play Sisu, and he's uninkable, so he's stuck in my hand. This is the only problem about playing like high cost uninkables at the beginning of the game. You have one, like, this is stuck in your hand for so long. Now it has a shift 6, so if I have another Sisu on the field that's a mini version, I can pay 6 and play it earlier. But right now I got nothing. I think I gotta ink the snake and pass because I can't do anything else. Yeah. 2 turns, the red deck did nothing. Back to the white deck, I draw. What is this? What? I play 4 copies of Mufasa. This card's great, but not this early. I don't need 3 Mufasas this early, man. Can you use promo cards in the game? Yes, you can. You can use promo cards. You can use enchanteds. People just don't like to use promo cards because they're really expensive. Goodness. Okay, I don't think I need. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Let's start off by questing with Chernobog, for 1. So we're gonna already be ahead of the red deck. We're at 1 lore, and now I'm gonna use his ability, and I'm gonna pop him, put him in discard to draw an extra card. What is up with all these high uninkables right now? I think I'm gonna ink a Mufasa because I don't think I need 3 in my hand, and I'm gonna use 2 of my ink to play my 2 cost character of Cusco, and we will pass. Goodness, the Mufasa is crazy right now. We draw. Okay, now we get a 1 cost character for the red deck. I think we will ink the Maleficent, and then we'll use 3 to play Maleficent so I can draw a card with her ability. Now I'm getting the lower cost characters. All right, and that's all I can do, and they'll pass. My turn. I'll reset everything. Cusco is now dry. He can do stuff. I draw a card. Did I shuffle my deck? I feel like I just put back my cards and didn't shuffle. I can't remember. I feel like I'm just drawing all the cards that I mulliganed away. I might have not shuffled because I think these cards were all in my opening hand. F. You know what? I'm just gonna do that, all right? We're just gonna do that. I think I didn't shuffle because I had Ursula, I had Mufasa, I had Isabella, and I had Yzma. That I had to not shuffle. All right. Anyways, my turn. I drew Yzma. Whatever. I'll ink her because she's 6 costs. I think I'll pay 3 to hard play the song. I could have it sing if I had a character that has 3 costs or less, but Cusco's only 2 costs, so he can't sing a 3 cost card. So I'm gonna use 3 ink to just play it out of my hand, draw 2 cards. I got a goat and snake. Okay. And I'll quest with Cusco. He's probably gonna die, but I don't care because if he dies, I get to draw a card. So I'm gonna quest for 1, get 1 lore point. Again, this deck wants to go as fast as possible to 20 before my opponent gets enough ink to start playing big boys. But right now it's actually pretty bad because at this point I would like to have like at least 3 characters on the field. But right now I have 1 lonely Cusco and he ain't really doing much. So I'll pass. Back to the red deck's turn. We'll draw a card. Castle. Okay. We're gonna have Maleficent because she's a cost 3 character. Have her sing Friends, so draw 2 more cards. I drew another Maleficent and a goat. I think goat's still a little bit too early to play, so I'm just gonna ink goat because I don't really need him right now. And we're going to use 1 ink to play the broom. And Broom's ability is when I play another card, I get to banish this card and I get to draw a card. So I think I'm going to then use my last 3 ink, play Fox. I'll bounce the Maleficent back to my hand, and then I'll use the ability to trigger the Broom to banish it to draw another card. And because I played Fox, Fox has Rush. So Fox is going to take out Cusco right away. Fox is going to take 1 damage because Cusco has 1 attack. And he only has 2 shield, but Fox hits for 4, so Cusco dead. But once Cusco dies, I get to draw a card, so I draw a card for that. Dude, I'm drawing the highest. This is what would happen if I went to a tournament with this deck. I'm gonna draw all these super high cost cards and uninkable. I'm effed. And that's all the red deck can do, so they'll pass. Back to my turn. I swear, give me a low cost character. 6 cost uninkable. Phenomenal. All right. We're going to. I'm gonna ink Isabella, so that puts me at 4 ink. I'll use 4 and play the greatest of all time, the GOAT. I get a 1 lore point for him entering the field, so it puts me at 3. And that's all I got. So I'll pass. Over to their turn, they draw a card. Turnabout's followers. Okay. So the Fox can't attack the GOAT because the GOAT is not turned sideways. It's not exerted. So I think what we're gonna do here. Man, the red deck has so many cards in its hand. Trying to organize it by cost. Okay. I'll ink and go to 5. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is ink Flynn, pay 3 ink to play Maleficent to draw a card, and then I'll pay another ink to play Turnabout's followers. And I think we're gonna have the Fox just quest for 1. Getting on the board. I'm in, like, this deck is in real big danger now because, again, this deck does very well fast in the beginning, but the longer the game goes, this deck struggles. So they pass. My turn. Reset everything. Draw. I got a rabbit. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the GOAT, because he's a 4 cost. He can sing songs that are 4 or less. I'm gonna have him sing Friends. Draw 2 cards. Thickamus Ursula for 7 and another rabbit. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna actually ink Ursula. Puts me at 5 ink. I'm gonna use my 5 ink to get a Mufasa out, because if he dies, I get to play another character. And I think that's all I'm gonna do. What's the longest match you played? So each match at a tournament, you get, I believe, 45 minutes. For best of 2 format, you get 45 minutes. If it's best 2 out of 3, I think it's 50 minutes. I have played matches. I've actually played a match last night at League Night where time ran out and we went to turns. So if the 45-minute timer runs out, whoever's turn it is they're on, their turn 0. And then when you end, your opponent is turn 1. And then they end, it's turn 2 for you, and vice versa. And you keep going until you get to turn 5. At turn 5, I believe at big tournaments, if no one can get to 20 lore by the end of turn 5, you guys just get a tie. But at League Night, I think whoever gets to the highest lore by the end of the 5 turns, they win. So I have played some long freaking games of Lorcana. So we draw. We got a rabbit. Dude, this is the power of the red purple deck. Like, they draw so many cards, like, it's kind of crazy. Okay. Let's see what shenanigans we can do here. I think we're gonna ink the Yzma, so that puts us at 6. Don't know if that's the right play, but that's the play we're gonna take. Fox is going to trade with the GOAT, so they're both gonna go out. Once GOAT leaves the field, I gain a lore, so now I'm at 4. Yeah, I'm very, I love this game. I'm very passionate about it. So anytime someone wants to learn about the game, I'm always willing to teach. All right. Now let's quest with Chernobog for 1. So that puts the top deck at 2 points. And then I'll use Chernobog's ability to banish it to draw a card. I got a goat as well. I don't think I want to use that just yet. I'll use for my ink. Play rabbit to draw a card. And I think I'll have Maleficent quest for 1. Go to 3. Now, when I play against a red deck, and you'll learn more about this when you play more, or once you start playing, but like, again, seeing as I play the red deck, I know that once you get to 7 ink, 5 ink, around that number, it gets dangerous. Because 5 ink, they can play Maui. Maui is very strong. He can take out any character on the field pretty much. 6 ink, they can play Medusa. They can take out a character. 7 ink is when they can play Be Prepared, which nukes the field. So I got to be mindful of how much ink my opponent has. So right now, they have 6 ink. So next turn, they'll be at the deadly 7. So I don't want... So if I know that turn 7 is here, next turn, I don't want to play a million characters on the field, because then on their turn, they can play Be Prepared and nuke my field and just wipe me out clean. So I don't want to overcommit. If I'm seeing that they're on important ink numbers, I gotta play safe. So now I know that they're 6th. Next turn, they're at the deadly 7, so I want to play safe. So my turn now, I reset everything, I draw a card. Why do I keep drawing you, Thickamus? I'm gonna ink Ursula. I'm at 7. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at 6 ink. The cool thing is, if they do use Be Prepared and nuke my field, Mufasa dies, but his effect works, so I get to take the top card and play on the field for free. So, it's kind of a counter to Be Prepared for the most part. So I think that's what we're going to do. Because I know it's in danger numbers now, I'm going to use 5 ink. 5 ink to play my second Mufasa. And I'm going to have this Mufasa quest for 2. Putting me at 6. We could attack their Maleficent, but again, this deck is mainly more of let's get to 20 as fast as possible. Yeah. And I'll pass. So it's their turn. They ready everything up. They draw their card. The Friends, great card to draw. They're going to use Maleficent to sing Friends, because it's a 3-cost character. I draw 2 cards. Okay. Super Goofy and Queen's Castle. I'm going to ink Goat. So that puts us at 7. In a normal game, you won't be seeing your opponent's hand. So I just have to assume that he's going to have Be Prepared. But, you know, clearly they don't have it in their hand. So what we're going to do here is have Merlin. He's a 4-cost character, so I'm going to have him sing Be King Undisputed. So this song card, each opponent chooses one of their characters and banish it. So I had to pick one of my characters. I think I'm going to pick the one that's already exerted. I'm going to banish him. And his ability activates. So let's see what the top card of my deck is. Ursula. I love how I keep drawing the big girl Ursula, but then the time I need to draw the big girl Ursula, I get the mini Ursula. F my life. Okay. I will then use 3 of my ink to play Maleficent to draw another card. I got Maui. Maui's great, but I don't have 5 ink to play him. But I will use my 3 ink to play Brawl. So Brawl is a action card. So there are character cards, location cards, song cards, and there's action cards. Song cards are also actions, but song cards can be sung with characters. Action cards, you have to pay the ink. You can't make them sing. So we're going to use 3 ink to play Brawl. It says banish chosen character with 2 attack or less. So we're going to banish the Ursula to clear the board even more. And that's all we can do with the red deck, so we'll pass. Back to the white deck. I'll draw. We got Isabella. That would have been a great card to hit off Mufasa. I think we're going to use 4 ink to play Rabbit to draw a card. We got the Goat. We will... oh, God. I'm at 6 ink or 6 lower. Okay. I'm going to ink the Goat. I'll pay 3 to play Fox. And their ability is I bounce a card back to my hand. I'll bounce the Rabbit. I know I just played it, but I'll bounce the rabbit to draw another card. And then Fox has rush, so I'm going to rush and take out the rabbit, their rabbit. Yes, they draw a card because I take it out, but it's better to take it out now than them just keep bouncing it back in their hand and drawing it left and right. So they're going to draw a card. They draw another rabbit. Cool. But I don't know that. And I'm going to have Mufasa quest for 2 more. So putting me at 8. Oh, that's way better. You can see it so much more. My bad, chat. My bad. Let's reset the ink. This is so much better. You guys can actually see the ink and the whole field. That we were so zoomed in. Ready that. We draw a card. All right. So we drew a Medusa, 6 cost, uninkable. I usually like when I'm playing, I like to sort the cards in my hand by like lowest cost to highest cost, so I know what I'm working with. So that's why it's like 3, 4, and I put the really expensive ones in the back. All right. So how much ink do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Let's go. Satellite radio. We'll pay 4 ink. Start off. Rabbit to draw a card. My goodness, that's a 3rd castle we have in our hand. This is gonna be really nasty. What I'm gonna be doing next turn, because this deck is gonna drop some castles on on the opponent. We're gonna ink Sisu. I think we're gonna pay 4 for Super Goof. So Super Goof has rush, so we can attack the turn he's played. And whenever he challenges another character, I gain 2 lore. So Super Goof will challenge and take out the fox. We'll trade, but I will gain 2 lore for attacking the fox. So that'll put him at 5. These 2 characters haven't quested or attacked yet. But if they attack, it would take both of them to attack to kill Mufasa. So I think the smart thing here is just to quest for 2. Put me at 7. And we'll pass. We ready up our characters. Ready the ink. We draw our card. We get a fox. Let's organize this really quick. Bada bing. 2 Perditas. Okay. All right. So my opponent's at 7 lore. I'm at 8 lore. I keep saying my opponent, but it's just me. But you know what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ink. What's my discard looking like? Okay. I think what we're gonna do is ink the snake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna use all 8 of my ink. I'll use 4 and 4 to play 2 rabbits, so I get to draw 2 cards. Another fox and a friend. That's fine. And I'm gonna have Mufasa quest for 2. Go to 10 points. 10 points for Gryffindor. And we'll pass. Draw for turn. Okay. So this is gonna be kind of crazy here. So watch this. I was gonna drop this on the field because these castles have 7 defense, so it's super tough to take out. But this is what we're gonna do. We're going to have both. Both the Maleficent actually go into Mufasa. So they'll die. Mufasa will die. Activate the Mufasa effect. Let's see what the top card is. Piglet. Okay, it's not the worst thing ever. Because it's easy to kill. So Rabbit will actually take out the Piglet. Actually, wait, hold up. Nope, we won't do that. We'll do this instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll pay 8 to play Sisu Dragon. And Sisu, we've been holding this card in our hand for so long because it was 8 cost uninkable. So Sisu is a 5 attack, 4 defense, quest for 3. Pretty good. And this ability is going to wreck the house. When you play this character, banish all opponent's character with 2 attack or less. All my characters on the field are 2 or less. So they all die. Luckily, though, my rabbits die. I get to draw 2 cards for it. But now I have no characters on the field. They have 2 characters and all this ink. We'll quest with rabbit for... Wait, do I have a song card? Yeah, we'll quest rabbit for 1. putting him at 8. All right, and that's all they can do. My turn. Draw. This is getting a little. This is the point of the game where I feel like I am like, yeah, I'm screwed. They got big character. I got no characters. I can't race to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think what we're gonna do is ink Isabella. Puts us as 9. I think I'm gonna use 8 of my ink for Elsa. We've been holding this Elsa card forever. So Elsa is going to tap both these into exerted mode, and they can't ready up for one whole turn. So they're stuck like that. And I still have 1 ink left, so I'm going to use the last ink to play Pascal, and we'll pass. So they can't ready up their characters, which is good for us. They can't use it to sing cards or attack. So they got Maui. Okay. This is where dirtiness happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Use all 8 to play 2 castles down. So now, each start of their turn, if this card is still in the field, they will gain 2 lore for each castle. That's 4 lore. And they still have another one in hand, but I don't know that. We'll ink the Maui, and we'll use the last ink to move Sisu to one of the castles, because at the start of the turn, if a character's on the castle, they draw a card, an extra card. And that will be all for that. And now it's back to my turn. And now my deck, not being an attacking deck and more of a going to 20 lore deck, this is really bad because I don't do damage. I don't do enough damage to take out these castles. So I need to do a lot of work here to figure something out. I'll ready everything up. They're both ready now. I draw a card. Cusco is not what I want to see. So if I don't clear his board, he's going to be getting 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to get 8 lore for all this next turn if I don't take out stuff. Yikes. Okay. Can attack for 4. That'd be 5. I can do 4 and another 4. That'll be taking out 1. Ooh, I actually have 2 foxes in my hand. That's actually really good. That actually changes things. We might actually be okay. Okay, let's cook. Let's cook it up really quick. Elsa will do 4 damage to this castle. I usually want to take out the castle that actually has a character on the location. So 4 damage to the castle. It has 3 life left. I'm going to have Pascal do 1 damage to the other castle. I'm going to use 3 ink to play the fox and bounce the Pascal back to my hand. Fox has rush, so I'm going to take out that castle. So that's 1 castle down. Okay. I think I'm going to use 3. Oh, this actually works perfectly. I'm going to use 3. Play the fox. Bounce the fox back to my hand. Fox will rush. Do another 4 damage. Putting it at 5. And I have exactly enough. I'll pay 3. Play the fox again. Bounce. And rush to take it. Oh my god. Sometimes I even surprise myself on how I clutch things out. That's amazing. That was great. Great plays by me. And I still haven't inked this turn yet. So I think I'm going to... ink Cusco. Use 1. Play Pascal. Wow, what a clutch! And we draw him for turn. Ooh, big boy Hercules. Okay. So it's been a turn, so these cards can ready up again. Surprisingly, took out 2 castles, which is nuts. How many ink do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. Niner. Okay, we're gonna do 5 ink. We use 5 ink for Maui. He has rush, 6 attack, 5 defense. We'll take out Elsa. Elsa only does 4 damage back, so Maui's still alive. We still got 4 ink, and we haven't inked for this turn yet. I don't think we will ink for this turn. We'll use 4 ink to play Rabbit to draw another card. Be prepared. We finally got it. We're at 8. The white deck's at 10. I think we're just going to quest out for 4. My turn. Let's go. Reset. Draw. Okay. Now I'm okay with seeing this card because I actually have a lot of ink. I would like to shift it on, but I don't have a little Ursula on the field to shift. So my opponent is at 12. They can quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lore next turn, putting them at 17. I need to stop their lore gaining here. What cards are in my discard right now? I could get Piglet. I could get Cusco. Oh, wait. Hold up. Strat. Watch this play. Watch this play. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ink to play Perdita. Her ability activates when I play this card. And whenever she quests, I get to bring a level 2 character from my discard into play for free. I'll pick Ursula. Now that I have an Ursula on the field, I can shift big Ursula and not spend 7, but I can shift for 5. I have 4 ink, but I didn't ink yet. So I'm going to ink. I'm going to ink the goat. I'll use my 5 ink. Shift Ursula. Let's freaking go. Now Ursula, when she's on the field, nobody on the field can sing. They can't tap their characters to sing songs. They have to actually play it by ink. Okay, so I just played these 2. They can't do anything. I think Fox will trade with Sisu, so they can't get that 3 lore every turn. And Pascal's going to quest for 1. I think that's the play we do. That puts us at 11. This is actually a lot closer of a game than I thought here. And we'll pass to the red and purple deck. They'll ready everything up. Draw the card. They got a Fox. Okay. So what can we do here? We have the be prepared, so we can nuke the field. We can eliminate all this, but it'll eliminate our guys as well. But I don't think that really matters because if we don't eliminate their field, they're gonna quest for 6, putting them at 17. That's really danger. So we're gonna ink the Fox, and we're gonna quest with both the rabbits. Quest for 2, so that puts us at 14. And then, because Maui can't quest, he has no quest points. We're gonna use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to play Be Prepared. We'll nuke the field. Both my rabbits will give me a draw, so I draw 2 cards for the rabbit. Okay, and Maui dies, and all their characters dies as well. And we still got 3 ink left to play with. Unfortunately, we don't have anything that we can play. We can play Fox, but we need to bounce something or he dies. So we're not going to do that. So actually, that is all we got for this turn, so we pass. Be Prepared is one of the strongest cards in the game. I've lost many games to Be Prepared. I draw for turn. Oh, shoot! The Chernabog! Oh, this is actually going to be nuts. Hold up. It's going to be nuts. Okay. So again, Chernabog, he's a 10 cost character, 9 attack, 9 defense, 3 lore, but he minuses a character cost every time for every character in my discard. So I'm pretty sure I have 10 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So Chernabog is free. I can play him for free, but I need to play this properly here. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Perdita to use her ability to bring back a 2 cost character or less for free. I think I'll pick Cusco because if he dies, I get to draw a card. And then now I'll play Chernabog for free because I have plenty of characters in my discard. All the characters go back to my deck and I shuffle it. Craziness. Chernabog for free is the best. So I just played them. I still got 5 ink to play with, and I haven't even used, or I haven't even inked this turn yet. So I think I'm going to use 3 to play Friends to draw 2 more. Now ink Fox. Now play Blue. Dude, look at that. Look, they wiped my field But we rebuilt. We built stronger than ever. And we'll pass. Now, if they have Be Prepared, I'm screwed. so let's see what they get. They draw their card. Okay. They did not get Be Prepared. Alright. So they will quest for 6. And if he dies, I get another 2. So that's 8. That puts me at 19. Can we take out things? It's gonna be tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Medusa. Medusa's ability. Let's take out a character that's 3 attack or less. We'll take out the Perdita. Okay, that's one problem avoided. We'll use 4 for Be King. So now I get to choose a character. The opponent gets to choose a character for them to die. I think we want the Cusco to die. So we draw a card for him dying. Rough. It is rough. I think that's all we can do. All right, I draw for my turn. Okay, so I'm gonna be questing for 4, and if he dies, I get 2 more. So that's pretty much 6. That puts me at 17. Let's go 3 for friends, so I can draw 2 cards. Now this is where I want the goat, because the goat comes into play. I get lower. I'm gonna use 1 for Chernobog's followers. I'll use 1 for Pascal, because right now I just kind of want to flood the field, and if they have the answer to my field, then cool, but if not, I win. Quest for 3. Oh, quest for 4, sorry. That put me at 15. And then, you know, I'll just use another one for another Pascal for the lulz. And we'll pass. If they don't have a Be Prepared or something to wipe all my characters, then this deck wins. No Be Prepared. So let's see. So Medusa is gonna take out Blue. Blue will get me 2 more lore. Put me at 17. Chernobog is a 9 shield. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of nuts. Then we're gonna do 3 for Fox to bounce Medusa back to my hand. We'll attack for 4 damage. Fox will die. Oh man, I don't think I have enough ink to save myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll use 5 for Hercules. He has 7 attack. We'll finish off Chernobog. Ink Snake. I can't play anything else because I can't bounce anything. And I'll pass. It's this deck's turn. I draw. Quest for 3, and that's game. Look at that. Top tier deck. Low to mid tier deck. And it got the W twice. That's 2-0. So if I was in the big tournament, I would have got 7 points. So I won the first round, 3 points. Won the second round, 3 points. And I get the bonus points for winning both rounds. So that's 7 points. And that's how Lorcana works, my friends.